And I had just said, I'm not familiar with the law, but I just want to put that on the record.
At this time, it's not our plan to ask for a psychological parenting assessment.
Okay. Thank you.
In which case, you have no preliminary on that.
No.
Okay. Ms. Arsenault,
First of all, sir, that's a mistake. I am commonly known as Jessie. We are asking the court to know that we are at peace and honor in propria persona as living beneficiaries and as the equitable title holders of our living flesh and blood creations and living heirs. We are asking the court today to accept our affirmation of truth. In fact, proving, as per Section 32 and 52 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, that we have never and still don't and never will consent to being a government employee or agent. And we have sent several notices of our identities and requests with no response or rebuttal, thus constituting a disagreement of the parties, and the applicant nor the Crown has brought forth any facts proving to the contrary, thus we motion to quash.
respect, I will not be accepting these announcements from you at this time. I am quite willing to hear any other issues that you wish to raise. Ms. Arsenault, if you have any other comments or
The motion to quash is still presented before you.
And I understand you have a motion to quash that you are presenting circumstances, matter at a preliminary basis, matter of dealt with in trial.
The motion to quash, sir, is before you today, so are you telling me you're not going to address this motion?
I will address that motion and any other possibility of coming trial.
Let it be known on and for the record then that the judge has abandoned his oath of office and office. So as living beneficiaries and the equitable trust title holders of our flesh and blood creations and living heirs, we hereby fulfill his duty and declare this case discharged and dismissed with cause and prejudice on the grounds that we have agreement of the parties and the applicant and the Crown failed to provide facts proving an authority superior to ours, enabling them to remove our flesh and blood creations and living heirs. We declared our wish to instruct the Crown to set off the public debt, pay all taxes and tithes, return the estates to honor, and set our flesh and blood creations and living heirs free post-haste. Meeting adjourned.
Please understand,
That went really well. Yeah.
Tried to interrupt me, but you have to let me finish.
Exactly.
The idea of the introduction of the ancient Orion energies and that process of going from the negative to the positive began to play itself out upon its arrival in the area on your planet you call the Middle East. And in this way it introduced a lot of that ancient negative energy that has still to play itself out on your planet, although it is transforming in this day and age. But as you can see by the banner of the Orion ancient systems, of the red and the black and the white, you will see this throughout your history in oppressive societies, especially what you would call the Nazis. In that was their colors as well. So you will recognize that this ancient negative Orion energy is playing itself out in a variety of ways through many of the things that are going on now on your planet with respect to terrorism, with respect to warfare, with respect to all these kinds of energies that are now getting themselves out on the table, out in front of all your faces, so you can finally decide if you are truly done with this process and transmute all this negativity in a positive way into light, without the idea of having to go through the suffering, the strife, the struggle, and the pain, and the shedding of the blood.